Hey guys, today I am going to be reviewing the Fox Ranger versus the Fox Ranger gel gloves. I have hundreds of miles on both of these gloves and I've used them with different grips, different bikes. So I have a pretty good idea of the differences and what I like and what I dislike about them and what I think you should be considering when you're looking to buy one of these gloves. First of all, I really like both of these gloves, but there are some advantages to the gel versus the non-gel and vice versa. First of all, we've got the Fox Ranger gel gloves here, and you can see that they are called the gel gloves really because they have these padded features on the hands, really the palm of the hand. There's not really anything jelly or padded about anything on the fingers, but the reason that you might want to get some of these is if you have some hand fatigue or you just think that they would be better to try out. For the regular Ranger gloves, you can see that they do not have the gel features on the back of the glove. They're just a leather-like material here, which gives you a little less padding, but a little bit more feel on the glove. So if we compare each of these gloves, you can see the difference where they just sewed on the padded feature, which they're calling their gel, and the non-padded feature on this one. You can also see that the trigger fingers or brake fingers are a little bit different here. So with the gel glove, what I've noticed after riding with this a lot is that it does decrease your hand fatigue slightly when you're using this glove, but you do it at the cost of feel for the rider on the grip. So if I'm riding actually a number of days in a row and my hands start to get really tired, I actually would go to wearing this glove just because my hands are feeling sore and tired, but my preference is to feel more with the non-gel or Ranger non-padded glove. You just get a better feel for, let's say, like chunky downhill, for jumping. You just feel like you're closer to the bike and you're not getting any kind of movement. Not that there's really much movement on the gel glove, it just feels like, for me, I'm getting a closer to bare hand feel on the bike grips, which feels safer and more in control of the bike for me when I ride. As far as fit goes, I think that you want to get these guys either pair nice and tight as can be so that you don't feel like there's any movement. So you might want to try in a couple different sizes. I wear a large in them and they seem to be true to size. If I ever buy a large, they just fit like a glove every single time. The last thing that I want to mention is the tops of these, and they are different. And this orange pair, in fact, is probably just an older model, and I believe that maybe they've all switched to the softer. I could be wrong on that one, but they both have these nice soft thumb features on them for rubbing the snot out of your nose, which I do like. But I would say that these newer Ranger gloves, even the top portion is soft. So I know that as sometimes if my nose is running because I'm working hard or whatever, I just ate something and I go to wipe my nose, this top portion I just go to sometimes without thinking about the thumb. I just don't do the thumb. It's not my normal thought process when I'm going to wipe my nose. And it is softer on this newer version. So just think about that when you're going to buy a glove, whether it's these Ranger gloves or some other type of glove, that this softer portion on the top is important if you want to keep your nose from getting raw. So if you guys would like to pick up any of these gloves, if you enjoyed this review, ask questions. I've got affiliate links down below, which means that it does support our channel. If you click through those links, we get paid a small amount of money, which we absolutely appreciate. Nothing costs more for you or anything like that. So head down in the description below if you would like to pick up some of these Ranger or Ranger gel gloves. And these are the gloves that we will continue to be buying. They are still my favorite gloves as far as trying different kinds. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel if you like van life stuff, or you like mountain bike stuff, or you like snowboarding stuff. And like I said, we love all comments. Ask any questions you might have. If there's anything that I forgot to mention in the video, I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. All right guys, thanks for watching.